The number one thing that people who have a side business or who start their business that they always are asking and Googling is, when do I need an LLC? What is an LLC? Well, don't worry, I am here to make this video to make it really, hopefully, easy for you guys to understand everything about LLCs that you need to understand. Eventually, you know, like everything else, you leave it to the experts, but my motto is always, you need to have the basic education in taxes and accounting in order for you to bring it to the attorney or the CPA, and then they can take care of the rest. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Anna Klein, and I am here to help you play the IRS game just like the wealthy do it. Okay, let's get straight into the video. What is an LLC? When you decide to start a side business or a side hustle, or you decide to quit your job and you want to start making money on your own, a lot of people say, oh my gosh, they run and they need to create an LLC on LegalZoom. Here's the number one thing I want to tell you about LLCs. LLCs are for asset protection only, okay? They are for asset protection only. So that means if you decided to start your Etsy business a month ago and you do not have an LLC, trust me, you can still deduct the expenses on your taxes. So don't listen to anyone out there who's saying that you can't, you still can. LLCs are really to protect you from the risk that you are having in the business from your personal assets. Number two thing I want to tell you about that is that you should consult an attorney to see if it makes sense to do your LLC. I know there's a lot of websites out there like LegalZoom who will tell you they will do the LLCs for you for $99 and whatnot. And I am not knocking them. You know, everybody's got to hustle. However, it is very important that you do consult with a real attorney who does this because it is different in people who live in California versus people who live in Wisconsin, how expensive it is, how fast you need that LLC. Because my people in Wisconsin, it costs $26 to file an LLC. Cool, 26 bucks every year. I file my annual statement and I'm good. But my people in Cali, oof, y'all love California for the weather. That's the one thing that everyone loves in California. They love the weather, but y'all pay a really hefty price for that weather. Taxes in California are really expensive, but anyways, I digress. We could have a conversation about that in a different video, but really, California, if you go and create an LLC, the first year, there is a minimum fee of $800 a year, and that is minimum. So therefore, for someone who started in California, an Etsy business, probably not needing an LLC right away. Maybe once they start making money, they will need that LLC. So again, don't do it yourself, hire an attorney to do it. Another thing I want to talk about LLCs is what happens when you get an LLC. So there are two things that are going to happen when you get an LLC. You are going to be receiving a EIN letter that looks like this. This letter will give you your EIN number. The EIN number, think of it as like a social security number for your business. That is what you're going to use when you go to the bank, open a new bank account for the business. That is what you're going to use when you go to apply for credit and you want to start creating credit for the business. Now, from a tax perspective, whether you have an LLC or not, you will have to file your income and expenses on Schedule C. And that schedule looks just like this. That is where you're going to enter how much money you made and all the expenses that you had for it. Now, here's one thing that people don't know about when you have your own business. You have to pay self-employment tax. And I'm gonna make a video about what self-employment tax is, who pays it, when do they pay it. But for this video, whatever net you made on that Schedule C over here, so let's say you netted $100,000 from your Etsy business, you are going to pay self-employment tax on that. Well, you may have to because it always depends. Now, you'll always hear me say this on all my videos because you may have to, it depends. That is my answer for everything when it comes to the IRS because it does depend on your financial situation. Are you married? Are you single? Do you have a short-term rental? How much money do you make? It really does depend. But anyways, back to what I was saying about self-employment. Whatever net you make is you're going to be paying self-employment tax on that. On top of whatever income you made over here personally through your W-2, through capital gains, things like that. So the taxes can be very, very high. So that is why you need to do proper tax planning. When you get an LLC and you get this EIN letter that I'll put up here again, take all your accounting records, all your income and expenses and give it to your accountant, and they will be able to help you with preparing your tax return. Another reason why you should not be creating your own LLCs is because I see this mistake happen so many times, and that is for my viewers who are married. A lot of you love each other so much, and you love each other so much that you decide to go to the IRS and tell them that you guys are partners, and you create this LLC, and now you have a partnership return. But you have no idea what that means. You don't have an operating agreement. You don't even know that you have to file a partnership return. Remember that EIN letter I was telling you about earlier? Here's an EIN letter for a partnership. When you have a partnership, it will tell you that you have to file a partnership return and by what date. Guys, the amount of times that I have seen people give me these letters a year later saying, hey, I have this EIN letter, I don't know what happened, and the fees from the IRS start coming in. So again, it is very crucial that you talk to an attorney, because sure, you decided to create this partnership with your spouse, but is it actually protecting you? Do you actually have your real estate held under that partnership name? Are all checks being made out to that partner? Do you live in a community property state? Do you have an operating agreement that states, what if you get divorced? What if this person dies? So all these things we don't think about is what attorneys are for. So again, don't try to create an LLC on your own. That is all I have for LLCs. The number one recommendation I would say is, if you're thinking about starting a business, start your business, get your money, and then in the meantime, while you're making your cash, hire an attorney, hire a good CPA that is going to help you understand this complex world of taxes. However, when you have a side business, that is the best place to be in the IRS, because you can actually play the IRS game. And you guys know that I love to play the game just like the wealthy do. If you like this type of video, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and you like it. And if you want me to talk about anything else, please make sure that you leave any comments below. We will be dropping videos every Friday, so make sure that you stay tuned to all the videos, and hopefully they're helpful so that you can play the IRS game.